Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC, and I have got what I feel is just a very cool little knife to show you today. Today we're going to be talking about the Manly Wasp. This Manly Wasp is the Haynes exclusive. If you're not familiar with Haynes, they're basically a UK European retailer of knives, and this one was exclusive to them. Now, I got this knife from my good buddy Alex from Alex's Knifebox on Instagram, Alex's Knifebox on YouTube. He's also one of the guys that takes part in the Sharp Talk podcast, and I had an absolutely wonderful time on the podcast with those guys here a few weeks back. And if you've never seen Alex's stuff, I mean, Alex is a guy that goes after the high-end knives, no doubt about it. But he has got some absolutely gorgeous knives. I highly recommend if you just want to see some. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but just some absolutely gorgeous knives. Check out Alex's Knifebox on Instagram. I'll put a link to his Instagram. I'll put a link to his YouTube down in the description. Just some absolutely beautiful knives he has. But he sold me this knife. He hits me up and he says, "Hey man, I got a red Wasp. Red." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And oh yeah, I had to. Just a great knife. But let's zoom out here a little bit and we will take a look at it. Now, as you can see there, it is definitely red. Got the red G10 handles over some nested stainless liners. If we can get that, where's the light? Get some light. Liners are, there you go. You can kind of see them in there. Decent. I mean, they got some pretty big skeletonization holes in them. You can see that there on both sides. You can see the scale through there. So there's some good size, some decent skeletonization going on there for weight reduction in this knife. As I said, they are nested. I'll close it up real quick. Got an awesome deep carry, pocket clip, stainless steel, reversible for right hand or left hand, tip up carry. Now the Wasp has got a close length, handle length of 3 3/4 inches. I mean, your close length, your grip length, pretty much the same on as it is in pretty much any traditional folder. Nail nick opening. Now, the one thing about the Wasp, let me make sure I'm zoomed out here enough. It's manual, but it's got a 4-step, 1, 2, 3, 4. It basically has 3 stops. A 45. Let's look at it again. There's that one, that one, that one. You basically got a 45-degree stop, a half stop, a 135-ish, if you will, and then there's your 180. So, extra safety feature. I know I've had a few people comment, on the traditional knives, whether it be joking or whether it be serious. They're not a big fan of traditional knives because they don't want it to come closed on their fingers. And if that's a real worry for them, then it is a real worry for them. And, a lot of knives, a lot of traditionals, have your half stop. Well, this one, I mean, it just takes it to a whole nother level with those 3 stops and then fully open. Now, as you can see there's your Haynes logo. Your Manly Leafs, Wasp. Oh yeah, it's S90V. And then you've got Manly on the clip. I guess I'll show it to you like that so it's right side up. 4 stops, extra safety feature. Now, I've also seen and heard people say that they're not really crazy about the 4 stops, you know, and then other people say it doesn't really bother them. I pretty much fall into that it doesn't really bother me category. Do they need to be there for me? No. But it doesn't bother me that they're there either. You know, and I think somebody that is really concerned about a traditional knife coming closed on their hand, well, this is definitely a knife that's going to do everything it can to keep that from happening. Now, as we did see there, we did see it's an S90V blade, 3-inch S90V blade to be exact. Drop point, nice satin finish on it, with roughly about a 2 3/4 inch cutting edge. 6 3/4 fully open length. Now, Manly knives are made in Bulgaria. Can be bought through Manly USA or Manly Canada. Let's do our weights. Let's do our weights and measurements on them. Turn it on here. All right, we are going to start out in ounces. 2.8. And 78 grams. Not a bad weight to it at all. Actually, it's a pretty decent weight for the size of knife, I believe anyway. Take our other measurements here. Oh, we got it on. Thickness across 0.41. So not too bad there. And then pocket thickness. Is it a pocket hog? 1.17. Nah, I don't think so. And no, this knife carries very well in pocket. We talked a little bit about that deep carry clip, which I love. I love a good deep carry clip. I know, people talk about tactically getting it quickly. Yeah, I mean, I don't carry my knives to have necessarily a tactical advantage. I pretty much want to avoid any situation where I may have to tactically use my knife. That's just not me. I use it for work, for play, however you want to put it. But yeah, the whole tactical nature, that's not really my business anymore. A little too old for that stuff. My take on it, guys. I'm loving it. I love this knife. I really do. It's just such a simple design, but yet it's so extremely functional. I talked about that with the Peak, the Manly Peak that I reviewed. And I do have a review on the Peak to check out if you want to do that. But they're just such simply designed knives that work terrifically. They just do their job. That's what they do. Got a nice flat ground blade on it. Pretty darn slicey from what I used it. Cutting rope, such. Terrific. I love that blade. It's just a simple drop point blade. Nothing fancy. And I think it looks awesome. That's just me. Got a pretty tiny sharpening choil in there. Little guy. But it works well. In the hand. Fits my hand absolutely perfectly. I mean, I get a full 4-finger grip on it. The clip is not interfering with my grip at all. I mean, honestly, I really don't even know it's there. Just feels, you do have just a slight ramp on the back of that blade. I mean, ever so slight. But I get my thumb in there, really just feels so good in hand. The G10's got really good gripability. I mean, you can see there's some texturing on it. So definitely, I mean, that, you can see how my thumb's gripping onto that. Excellent gripability on that G10 as far as I'm concerned. Now, back to that deep carry clip for just a minute. As I said, I love a deep carry clip. To me, this clip, and I hope it's like that on every... I don't remember it being the case on the Peak. It didn't stand out to me that much. But this clip on this knife, to me, is almost perfect for me. It's so smooth, in and out of pocket, has just enough retention to keep it held, perfectly in pocket, but it slides right out. I mean, this is probably my favorite pocket clip on a knife that I've found to date. Really. I mean, stands up just high enough to clear, that seam on my jeans pocket. A little bit of a ramp. Just enough. I love that pocket clip. Almost perfect. It's about as perfect as it can be. For me. Terrific. By far, like I said, probably my favorite pocket clip I've had on a knife so far. Blue loved it. My boy Blue. Oh, we can't see Blue. Where's he at? There he is. He's over there. He's hanging out. He's hanging out by the Ghost to 11 hat. Him and the knife beater guy, they chit-chat over there while I'm doing my reviews. Blue liked it. He gave it a 9. And I tell you what, I really have to agree with him. The fit, the pivot screw there was a little bit raised. That really didn't bother me a whole lot, actually. Everything is chamfered pretty well. No real... I mean, it's just a solid knife. I'm digging it. Now, I looked up, and you can find the red Wasps on, not the Haynes versions, but just the red G10 Wasp on Manly USA, their website, they retail for right around $73. S90V G10, to me, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. You may agree. You may disagree. That's okay. Fantastic knife, guys. I am seriously digging the Manly Wasp. And thank you very much to my buddy Alex for hooking me up. I say this as a joke, but he probably sold this to me, so he could get another one of those higher end knives. But hey, you do what you gotta do to get what you want, right? Exactly. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I always appreciate it. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, because I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.